Hello, Redcoat here. This one's going to be a little bit different from the other updates, obviously, seeing as you're seeing my actual face, as opposed to uh, the main character avatar hero in Legends of Mathmatica. This one's a little unscripted. Things have kind of got caught off guard, but anyway. The update is basically that the Indiegogo has completed, and now that that's done, Vernacular Games is going to be moving on to its other endeavors. Now, as you know, this was a pre-launch campaign. So those of you who did back the project, all 5 of you, to my knowledge, your rewards will, I believe all of your rewards were digital, so those will be very easily rendered unto you, and will be rendered before the end of next year, for sure. Excuse me. Development on the project will continue until January of 2022. At that is our release date goal, and I feel like we'll be able to hit that pretty easily. The game's basically feature complete right now. It's just a matter of making sure that there aren't any crash bugs and, you know, all of the housekeeping stuff that's important to us. So, but once that's done, what else is Vernacular going to be doing? Well, we've got a couple of different things in the pipe, and some of them are a bit more highfalutin than others. We've been working on a comic. Well, we've been working on the script for a comic for a while now. It's called Animal Gear. If you look on our SoundCloud page, you can see some early readings of the script in its earlier portions, done by myself. I actually do all the voices in those. If you want to get a taste of what that story's supposed to be like, it's the first part of a larger IP that we're going to try and build around that world and those characters. So that's something that we're going to be continuing work on. We're almost done with the first manuscript, so I'm actually pretty excited there. First full draft. So I'm pretty excited there. We're also going to be looking into starting some new projects next year on the gaming side of things, particularly, well, I know one of the ones that I want to get started, but we'll let you know as soon as I get it going. But the goal next year is to get at least 3 titles released, and Legends of Mathmatica is the first of those. And we'll see how well we do on that front. Other than that, we are going to be exploring the venture capital space and seeing if anybody would like to take a risk on Vernacular Games. Part of the whole point of building Legends of Mathmatica was to give a proof of concept that, yes, this team can make things, and the fact that we pretty much bootstrapped the whole thing. Like both Kickstarters, we didn't actually. Well, this Kickstarter we made a tiny fraction of an amount of money. That is a thing. So we're going to see what the future holds for the various projects. But we've got a couple of them coming down the pipe, and I'll try and make sure to keep you guys updated. In addition, we will be continuing to partner with the Co-op Legion. You might have seen a post from them in our feed a while back, but they've been working on a little thing called Stray Alloys for a little while. It's a more ambitious project than Legends of Mathmatica. It's a 3D thing, and we've got platforming, and you got shooting, and it's this futuristic sci-fi idea. It's not quite dystopian. Maybe it's a little dystopian. It's interesting. I really liked it. I'm doing a lot of the plot. I'm helping out with the plot beats of the story, and also giving some guidance on the design. But the team there, they've been doing a good job putting together the graphics and working on the what would be the demo level for the game, and it would be a level that would actually appear in the game. So we're trying to do it to perfection, or rather, they're trying to do it to perfection. I'm just moral support and some guidance here and there. But that is something that I am also going to be trying to keep track of, and as updates come out on that project, you can find them on our Minds page, and I'll try and make sure to get those blasted out on our different social medias. And that's the things that are happening in Vernacular now. I myself, I'm involved in more than just the Vernacular Games, or rather, Vernacular Games isn't the only company that I work with, but this is an update for what's going on with Vernacular Games and what you can expect from us in the next year. So, to put it short, we're going to try and get some new games out next year, some smaller titles, just some things to keep the team fresh, and explore some of our capabilities as far as what we can make and how quickly. We're going to be continuing to partner with the Co-op Legion to work on Stray Alloys and try and get that project to fruition. Not sure when that one will be done, but it's something that I'm going to try and keep you guys appraised of as we go. And the Animal Gear Comics /IP, we're going to be pushing that one forward and seeing just how far we can get in the next year with regards to bringing that into a reality. The final thing I wanted to say is, on these different platforms that have been on, one of the things that I feel is very important is that I'm operating in the indie capacity, and I think a lot of people out there are trying to figure out how to do this. And I think one of the important things that we need to keep in mind is that none of us are in this alone. If we really want to have a healthy community of indie developers and make these what would you call them, side markets actually work, outside of the mainstream, because in the DCs and the Marvels and how they're kind of crap in the bed, at least in my opinion. Best way to deal with that is to make your own casino with blackjack and hookers. Maybe not the hookers, but definitely blackjack. I like blackjack. And so that's one of the things that I'm pretty bullish on. I want to see more of that happen. And so, hey, if you've got an indie project that you're working on or you think is just worthy of sharing and stuff, send it, post it on. I'm available. I'm on the Minds. You can find the link to our Twitter or our Discord. Well, not our Discord. Our link to our Twitter, to our Minds, to our Facebooks, all of those things. I keep an eye out for the DMs there. So if you've got something that you think is really cool and should be shared out there, send it. I'll definitely repost it and all that stuff, because I think it's very important that we support each other here. And so that about covers it for the update. I'm gonna try and keep this channel active with various things. As in the past, if you've been following us before, we post regular lessons on game design, game development, and that sort of thing. The first season of those is coming to a close. I think now that the Indiegogo is done, we'll be starting on number 38 of 41. And so once those get completed, season 2 will go up. And that one is season 2 is significantly shorter than season 1, but we'll be trickling them out in the same way that we were trickling out season 1. And if you want to just, skip the line, you can check them out on the SoundCloud or SoundCloud. Yeah, just on SoundCloud. You can check them out on SoundCloud. We'll be seeing about getting them up on Spotify at some point. But with that noted, while Season 2 is in development, I'm actually working with Santir on Season 3. Well, not as we speak, but today is going to be one of our talking days. So we're going to be working through some new lessons and new concepts for the third season. It's going to be markedly less structured than Season 2. Like, part of the reason why Season 2 is so short is because it was we had so much we had so much prep work on each individual lesson, and making sure that everything was clear. So Season 3, we're gonna shoot from the hip a little bit more, but we're still gonna have some of that planning and everything. So I'm looking forward to starting to get those recorded. But right now we're refining the concept of the games as a composite experience, amongst other things, and it's turned out that that has been a very, very involved process. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. You probably won't see my face nearly as commonly in the coming weeks. I might change that, but I'll be experimenting with different ways of updating you guys and keeping things interesting as we move forward. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. So, without further ado, this is Redco, signing off.